Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What Do You Dream podcast. I'm Nick with Kristi.
Hi.
And today, I used my voice for something that wasn't the podcast, and I hurt Kristi's feelings.
You did. We were in a work meeting yesterday, and you used your What Do You Dream voice. I did not like it at all. I felt betrayed.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It was a bit of a betrayal on my part. But, I was expecting someone to say, oh, Nick, you should do a podcast. I'm like, well, funnily enough that you've asked that because that is the podcast name, but no one said it, so I'm sad.
You did say it in a previous meeting, though, once, and no one picked up on it.
I did. No one picked up on it. I was way too subtle. It's like, oh, I happen to do a podcast.
Way too subtle. We should get some merch and have, the What Do You Dream logo on it, and then you can wear that every time we're in a work meeting. And then people, what is that amazing shirt you're wearing? Look at those amazing designs. Who did that? And then, bam, straight into,
boom. Well, actually, this is the logo, what we have for our podcast, What Do You Dream podcast. It's like, oh, wow, really? And, it's, I really dig we should name all, the animals and stuff.
We should.
On the actual, because.
If anyone has really any names. No, we should put it out to our listeners. If anyone has any names on our socials, okay, that's my next thing. I'm just going to put, pictures of our animals and then get you guys to name them for us.
I like that. I
like that too.
I'm going to have to I got to think of my ones because, screw the listeners. This is me.
You don't get an animal.
My 2 cents in.
You don't get an animal.
Can you?
Nah.
I want a panda.
No.
Get a panda?
No.
Space panda.
Space panda.
I like pandas. Yeah, space panda. And on that point of socials, make sure you follow us at What Do You Dream Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. Also, there might be a YouTube channel coming your way. You don't know.
Does anyone want to
diversify?
Do people want to see us though? Does anyone want to see this mug? I don't think so. I don't know. Let us know. Let us know if you want to see our mugs.
I want to see my face. You want to see? Oh my god, our mugs on mugs. Boom.
Our
next
mugs
merch
on
idea.
mugs. That's our next bit of merch.
Yeah, hashtag Team Nick, hashtag Team Kristi. Take photos of it and post it on the socials. Winners get free extra mugs, even though you've already bought a mug.
You have a coffee mug.
I don't know how that's going to work.
You have a tea mug. You have an alcohol mug.
Yeah.
I know which one I'd be using a lot.
Stein?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, you're going to use a goon sack. Let's be real.
Goon
You're not classy enough.
I have not had goon in a very long time. I have matured since my teenage years.
You're a mature woman who has grown a lot.
Not in height, just in maturity.
No, it's kind of like, when a grape becomes a raisin, not a raisin, we call them, what the fuck do we call them?
What are you trying to say?
I actually
old
forgot.
And wrinkly.
Yeah, you get old, wrinkly, and small. You got the small part already. I don't think you could afford to get any smaller because I think you end up becoming like Ant-Man and then you kind of go into that sub-quantum realm.
Legit.
So be careful, okay?
Legit. If I shrank, I'd look like a child.
Yeah. More so than usual? I think you go from childhood to infant.
I have an 11-year-old.
Does your husband look like he's a predator?
Yes, he's so much taller. He's like, I come up to just under his shoulders. So he is so tall. But I have a 12-year-old cousin. Yeah. I have a 12-year-old cousin who is taller than me by a whole head.
God damn it. That's depressing. Yeah. Stop making me sad. Have you got a dream to make me feel better?
I do. Actually, talking about that, I had the most fantastic dream I have ever had in my entire life because my real life dream came true in my sleep dream.
What? Okay, elaborate, because this is confusing. This actually...
Okay, so I dreamt I was in a musical starring me. And it was like the best dream ever. Because my dream in real life is to star in a musical starring me. Because I just, I'm the kind of person where I would walk down the street and if I was happy, I'd just burst into song. And somewhere in the universe, I want that song to be playing as I'm walking down the street so I can dance to it and sing to it. And then all of a sudden random people come up behind me and there's all of a sudden dancing and doing the same moves that I'm doing. And then it just turns into like one big flash mob thing. And then at the end of the song, everyone just disappears and everything goes back to normal. Have you ever had that feeling?
Did you like La La Land?
Yes, I love La La Land. I love musicals. Musicals are my thing. Yep. They're my thing.
Yeah. They're your thing. Did you ever see that musical? Did you see the now I'm trying to remember what it's called. School of Rock. Did you see that one?
Yes. Oh, it's like one of my favorite movies. I love School of Rock. Even though the movie's not a musical. Did you see the musical version? No, I didn't. And I had tickets to go see them. Good. Okay, so I had free tickets. I got free tickets to go see them. And it happened to be on the day of my husband's birthday. So I couldn't go.
Couldn't you take your husband?
No way. He hates that shit. He hates it. I'm always playing musical songs, like, at my house out loud through the speaker system.
Yeah.
And he can't deal with it. He hates it.
That's so funny. It's I actually went to see the School of Rock musical.
Yeah.
And I got 2 free tickets and I imagine you got them from work as well.
I did, yes.
Yeah, we both got them from work and the work perks. So I went there with some friends. The musical was, it's okay.
It's not as good as it's not as good as Jack Black.
It's hard.
Nothing beats Jack Black in that role.
That's the thing. It's like, and then it was a bit of fun. If I paid for it, probably wouldn't have liked it. You know when it's free, you gotta it's like, that was a pretty solid 6 out of 10. -3 from that is probably the true number.
Yeah.
Because it's not. Yeah. Anyway, but part of that was coming back home from that. From the show, and we were just like, whatever. And I went into a lift. This is pre-COVID times, people, when I say this, and it was chock-a-block, completely full.
Yeah.
And then this dad, mum, and son were in the lift, and the son was like really crammed in, and then the dad like ruffled the son's hair, and then the son, he was teenager.
Yeah.
He couldn't have been. When I say teenager, he's not really a teenager. He's like 12, 13.
Okay.
And then he goes, fuck off. Everyone goes silent. Everybody. And then, me being me,
I was going to say, what did you do?
Yeah. Everyone was quiet. And I went, I started losing it, and then everyone else in the lift was starting to laugh. My mates, another group of people who were there, and the mum. Then the dad and the son. The mum was livid. Yeah. She was so upset, and I was just like, "Come on!" Anytime a kid swears is hilarious comedy. Period. Yeah. But speaking of comedy, let's hear about your dream.
Thanks for just hijacking my whole segment,
I know. It's just like, here's the story about me, and it's about me. And wait, we're talking about dreams.
That's funny, though, because I could imagine you being the first person to crack in that elevator. I probably would have done the same thing.
100%. 100%. You can't not laugh.
No. But anywho, so yes, I dreamt I was the star of a musical, and it was just one big dance scene. That was my dream. I don't know what the song was. The song doesn't even exist. There were lyrics and everything.
It just sounded good?
Yeah, it was a bop. Yeah. Like, let me tell you, it would be a #1 hit on the radio. And it's exactly how I just described. I was walking down a street, and then I could hear music, and I knew all the lyrics to this made-up song. And I just started, walking along, singing to it, and then people came out of nowhere in costumes and were doing the same dance as me. And then at the end of the song, it finished, and then everyone just disappeared, and I just kept walking like nothing had happened. But then it kind of like, that was end scene, and then we went to a new scene, and I was in a makeup chair getting ready for my next scene, and everyone was fussing all over me, and I had a script in my hand, and I was trying to remember my lines, and I was rehearsing my lines with the makeup person, and every time it was to go and say my line, I forgot. I couldn't remember my lines. And the makeup person's like, we've gone through this.
Do that.
I know. I have a terrible memory. But the makeup person kept saying, we've gone through this 100 times. How can you not know your lines? And I was like, I don't know.
Also, makeup bitch. Stay in your lane.
I
Stay
know.
in your lane, makeup bitch. Make me look pretty. I don't need your acting advice.
How dare you talk to the lead star of a musical like that? How dare you?
Also, yeah, and that's the professional term, right? Makeup bitch. I'm so sorry to all you hardworking makeup artists.
But yeah, and I just could not remember my lines, and then that was it. But it was, I kind of just woke up and I was like, is there a musical and I'm going to star in it? Because I cannot tell you enough how much I love musicals. I'm the kind of person, fun fact about me, whenever I travel on an airplane and the flight is over 3 hours, I will watch Sound of Music because I know that movie goes for 3 hours, so there's 3 hours out of my trip gone. Every time I watch Sound of Music. Every time. It's permanently on my iPad as a movie.
Huh. Well, I've learned a lot about you.
I just love musicals. They're just so happy. Love musical. And it's got music and people dance and it's fun, and then you can listen to the songs afterwards. And yeah. Like when I used to go to a gym before the gym I go to, because now they play music out loud and you can't exactly put headphones in at this gym. But one of those other gyms where you just use machines on your own, like all I would listen to was musical songs. And everyone's probably like listening to the and I'm here like la da 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 da. Anyone listening out there who is
with the sound of music.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if anyone out there listening is a director or is currently writing a musical, I am so available. So available. I will be there. I will learn my lines. I will not forget them. And I'm ready. I was born ready for this. Born ready. Can you tell I like musicals?
Actually, I wouldn't pay for it. Actually, I'd expect free tickets.
Oh, you can come to the premiere because it was literally our podcast that made me a star. So
there we go. And I'd be like, it's like I'm her agent. You know what? I'm saying this now. Podcasts are legally binding contract. Of course, everybody knows. I am your representative, and I can do that. I'll get you the best deal.
Yes.
Would you want to negotiate with me?
Well, I think you would do me good. You would get me a good deal.
Yeah.
You wouldn't let anyone fuck me over.
Nah. We'll be like, look,
because then I'd fuck you over.
Caviar. Every trailer she's in. Period.
I need what?
It's like, I don't like caviar. I don't care.
I was gonna say I don't
champagne,
need seafood.
caviar, meth, whatever we need. It's fine.
Okay. Wow. Maybe I don't want you as my agent.
Okay, look, I'll take it down I'll negotiate you down, but we're doing coke. That's how it goes, okay? Can we do that? No. Realistically, it's just gummy bears, chocolate,
yes.
and your dog has to come with you, I imagine.
Yeah.
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 You need a trailer for your dog? Yeah.
Look, don't know if he has to come with me.
Do you want your dog to get the trailer?
Definitely chocolate.
Yeah.
Chocolate is 100% has to be there. I thought you knew me better than this. What else would be my... What are my
I don't think I've seen you eat.
What? You've seen me eat plenty of times.
Sorry, everyone. No, I haven't seen you eat in recent years since you've become fit. There you go. I don't know if you're... Look, I knew Kristi when she was more of a circle.
Oh. Damn! That was like an arrow straight through my heart.
Yeah. No, Kristi was never a circle. Ever.
Yeah, no one's going to believe you now. No one's going to believe you now. Maybe we do
always an Instagram star.
Maybe I'm going to have to show my mug now so I'm not a complete circle.
No, some people can have not fat faces and be fat.
That's true, because there is the opposite as well. Some people can have chubbier faces and be so thin. That's very true.
Exactly. It's crazy. If you're going on any dating app, not that you would know, there are some people who only have close-ups with their face and you're like, probably not.
Those are the people you swipe left on.
Proportionate. Yeah, that's why I go, no, if you're not showing me the whole package, we ain't talking. Speaking of whole package, let's look at this dream as a whole package.
Okay.
So I find it interesting that you're focusing more on how good of a dream it was, even though you essentially stuffed it up.
I didn't stuff it up because the first part of the dream...
You forgot your lines!
No, that was while rehearsing. The first part of the dream, I was I nailed it. I was like top form, nailed it.
Like, boom, boom, boom.
100%.
Okay.
It was just while rehearsing. Okay. I forgot my lines.
It's so interesting that it's so fun.
Oh my God. It was literally the best dream I ever had. I woke up wishing it was true. That I was about to get a call from someone saying, we're going to star you in a musical.
I love this hypothetical person. It's just like, because there's no audition. You haven't done any auditions. You don't have an agent or go through an agency. And it's just like, hello, lady.
Yeah.
You're it.
Yep. It's they dial a random number and it just ends up being mine.
Yeah, it's just like, yep. Whatever random sequence of numbers this is going to be it, and then we go boom. Okay, you're hired.
I would accept in a heartbeat.
It's one of those... Yeah, 100%. It looks like it's one of those dreams where you're looking... It's a classic escapism dream. You're looking for something that you know that's really close to your heart, something you really love, and you want to escape your current reality and do something more creative and expression.
Yes.
Something you're passionate about.
Because I find musicals one of the most creative types of movies there are. Because not only do you have to write, say, dialogue, you also have to create songs. And it's not just one song. It's probably anywhere from like 5 to 10 songs, right? And then from there, you have to put together... Okay. My brain's about to explode. Here we go. So, not only do you have to come up with a song, but you have to come up with the lyrics. Then you have to come up with all the different instruments that are going to play different parts in these songs. Then you have to find the orchestra that's going to play all these songs, play all these, and it has to sound good. And then from there, you have to come up with choreography that's going to match the songs that you're playing in your musical. And then from the choreography, you then have to direct a camera to sort of create this whole world, because you can't just place a camera down and then go bam, do everything. There's multiple camera angles that are happening here. And like, if you have seen La La Land, they were dancing like on top of cars and shit. Like, how do you put that stuff together? Anyone who's directed a musical is, you know what, you get claps from me, because you are just amazing. Done.
Whoa. I think I zoned out. Like I had an out of body experience just then.
That's how I feel when you talk.
I don't think I've ever seen Kristi so popping off on like any topic. Period.
There's just so much that goes into a musical, and it's just so creative and amazing when you actually break down what goes into creating a musical. Apart from like when you put it in up against just a normal movie.
Yeah. Well, I think that answers what that dream's about. It was just a creative expression of your inner desires for creation and passion and happiness, which you obviously like.
Can you tell I like musicals? Have I told you that I like musicals?
I would never have guessed that. I really wouldn't have. I just... Yeah, you know, but like I think I've learned a lot about you.
Oh my God, I've bored you to death, haven't I?
No, I think bored. Okay, so you know how? Okay, on the topic of when you listen to anyone who is passionate about something, but you can't keep track of it, you're still kind of focused on them because of the energy they're exuding. Does that make sense? So sometimes if you're just picking up on someone who's just super into something and they're telling you about it, you're not bored because you're entertained by the energy of the person. But like but you can't match the input properly. So you just kind of just like, it's kind of like watching a fire crack and pop. You're just kind of like, cool, I'm watching this, but I don't really know how it works.
I don't know how my brain works either. So.
There you go. Well, I'm so glad you had such a lovely dream.
I did.
It seems like
I did.
Because it lightens your day. It really does lighten your day. You have a good dream. You feel like lighter in your soul or your spirit or your bowels. I don't know, whatever you believe in.
That's after I've done my morning poo.
About. I have that about 10:30, roughly around that. You know, if I'm regular, if it's a good regular day. So if anyone's trying to call me, text me, anything like that, anyone gets a Facebook message from me at 10:30, just know it's a poop message.
Oh my
it's
God.
like these memes from Nick just going up crazy. It's nuts.
Okay. Well, you were telling me you had a dream.
I did have a dream.
Is it as fun as mine?
Unfortunately. Mine's more scary. It's actually very different. This is a very yin and yang episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's definitely different. So there's this new game out. I haven't played it. I've only seen it. It's just been doing the rounds on YouTube and all that kind of stuff because it's a horror game.
Mm.
And it's one of those things that it's coming up in my recommended feed about videos and stuff. So I watched a video about the history of it, and then I saw a bit of gameplay. Basically, it's a horror game, first person game where you're in a toy factory.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this big fluffy toy that wants to eat you.
Okay.
So you're trying to get away from this monster, right? So, of course, and the game's called I think it's called Poppy Playtime. Yeah, so it's this horror game. I don't get freaked out by some games, or I do enjoy horror games from time to time, but then I had a dream about this. It's obviously seeped into my brain, and of course, me being me, it's gone to a high budget thriller setting. Obviously, my brain's got a much higher budget, and it's me and a bunch of people, none of them who I know, and we're all talking about trying to get out of this place. I don't know what the place is. It's very dark, and we've all planned. We've all got like a variety of items, weapons, all this kind of stuff, and looking at a map, and we go, okay, we need to go all together. We need to get to this exit before sundown, because I don't know what's going to happen if we don't make it out tonight. And of course, I'm just standing in the back going, okay. Because like the guy who's leading it, like he's like think of a buffer Harrison Ford just post his prime. So he's not now, but he's that kind of gruff grizzle, like no bullshit kind of person.
Yeah.
And he's like, we gotta get this through, and we gotta fight our way. Fight our way to the thing. And I'm just like, okay, man, whatever. So then we leave the room, and we're about to move, and then the dude gets jumped, and then he gets ripped in half, and then he's squealing as he gets ripped in half, and then his body goes thump. So then everyone panics in the group and runs away, and I'm standing there with like this big wrench, and I go, oh no. I just stand there for a bit, and I'm just hearing screams, and I'm seeing people run, and I'm seeing the silhouette of that monster from the game running around and trying to eat people, and I'm just still standing around, just kind of watching it, like I'm watching a movie, but I'm in the moment, so it's not very what's the word? I don't know. My survival instinct has never kicked in.
Yeah.
It was just...
You kind of standing there like, what the fuck just happened?
But I wasn't even scared. That's the thing. I was just kind of just like taking it all in like, neat. But yeah, I was just standing around. I had no idea what was going on. And I ended up leaving and sneaking around, because then it snapped back into action. I was sneaking around, and this thing was eating someone, going like... And I'm just... And me being me, I go, oh, what's up over there? And I put my head over a box, and then it looks at me and goes... And I go... Huh. And then I hide behind the box, and he's shaking the box. Gong, 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 gong. And I'm like, oh. And I see his hand, I smack his hand a few times, and then he just... And then runs away. Like a little bitch. Which is confusing, because I stop and think, and I go... This guy just ripped in half the biggest dude we had, and a couple of smacks on his knuckles scared him away. What the hell is this? Anyway, so then he appears again, and then I go, why are you doing this? And he went, no one's ever asked me that before.
Oh.
And I was like, oh. And then he went, rah! And I'm like, nope. Stop that. And he went, okay, I guess I can stop. I'm sorry about your friends. And then I went, oh, they weren't my friends. I'm like, and that was it.
That's a really sweet ending.
Yeah, he killed a lot of people.
Yeah, but he turned all right in the end. Yeah,
Yeah, he was a pretty cool guy. I was vibing from him. He's like, look, we've all done things in the past that we're not proud of. Some of us, maybe bad relationships or actions that we've done. Other people is eating people.
Now that you're saying that, that's kind of where my head was thinking. Like, in the past, you've made all these bad decisions, but now, you're a really good person and you got your head screwed on.
Are you implying I was a bad person?
Well, yeah, why not? Why not? Everyone's got their dark side.
I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, you're pretty. I can see that you're a possible bad person. It's like,
I wouldn't say no. Okay,
look, you stood by your guns.
I wouldn't say you're a bad person, but you've probably made shit decisions in the past. And now you're you've realised
let's talk about my relationships.
That's where I'm going. I didn't want to say it, but anyway, we're here now, so...
we're here now. We're in the thick of it.
And now, you've realised how far you've come. You're a better person for it. Everyone learns from their mistakes, and that could kind of be the realisation you had at the end of that dream. Where instead of you've helped yourself and now you want to help other people through the same thing and actually ask, well, why are you doing this? Because so many people are misrepresented and that's probably where it's coming from. You want to find out what's deep down inside.
And it's not poop.
No, not poop. Not poop.
It's not that deep. Okay, that makes sense because it's like that's why I was kind of just watching it as like taking it all in.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really participating. It was more like reflecting on the past.
Exactly.
Oh, look at you're getting good at this.
I know. After how many episodes?
It's only taken 18 episodes.
At the start, I was like, nah, you're just fucked up.
I mean, that tends to be the default. It's just like, you're fucked up, but you've got a really good Hollywood budget in your head. Look, I know pacing, and apparently I know how to subvert expectations in my head. Hollywood, if you want me to direct that movie with Kristi, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll direct it. It'll be a comedy musical.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I'd be so down for that.
How many comedy musicals are you got? Book of Mormon. Mm-hmm. I never watched the Book of Mormon.
Neither have I, but I have listened to the soundtrack and it sounds amazing.
It looks like a bit of fun. I had a friend at uni who was really, really into musicals, and he would always play them in his car. Mm-hmm. Or like if we were driving around anywhere. But like, when you're into musicals, but you're too into, it's like too much of an identity piece. Where you're like, you meet new friends like, I'm really into musicals. You want to hear all the musicals I like? And you're like, oh boy. It's like with anything. If you're into anything, like, let's go back. Let's take a step back to the passion point. Yes, you can, if you're with a friend and they're super into something and you're pretty good friends with this person, you can just like, yep, I can accept this being cool. We're just having a fun moment. But if you're like friends for like, I don't know, 4-6 months, like you're basically in a probation period of friendship. Yeah. And then they kind of go, hey, we're super into this. And you're like, whoa, back up, buddy. We're not that much we're not that close.
I'm so that person.
That you go...
I go 100%.
Okay. How long have I known you? How long have I known you? Actually, no. When I think about it, it was netball. That was your weird thing that you were like... I'm like, okay, here we are. You're like a little netball gremlin. I want to play. Let's go. And then you freaking appeared in my office, and I'm like, who are you, little person? Is your mother lost? Do you need a hand?
I haven't left since.
And then you've been part of my life ever since.
Do you know what? It's funny you say that because so many people say that about me. Before they get to know me, they're like, seriously though, they're like, I can't tell you how many people have said this to me, right? They go, before we knew you, like we'd see you around and you were so quiet and reserved. And the moment we got to know you, you just opened up and you just turned into this crazy little person who just not shut up. And they're like, you were complete...
Actually, that sums you up pretty well.
Literally. Like, you are the most complete opposite to what you perceive to be before anyone gets to know you.
Some people might say she's a bit standoffish.
I wouldn't know.
Don't know her.
I don't know if they'd say standoffish, but they're like, you're so, like... So many people at the gym, right, before we became friends, they're like, you just sit there and you're quiet and you would smile once we walked in. And then once we got to know you, you're like, fuck this, fuck that, blah, 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 blah. Like, telling us stuff that we don't really need to know. And you're very open and it was very not what we were expecting.
This tiny sheepish little Hungarian girl, and then but then you open the jar of full wog.
Oh yeah, there's not even like an incubating period. It's like fully open.
It's the Pandora's box of friendship. You can't close it after it's open.
Yes. That's such a good way of describing it.
And it's like. Hi, Kristi. No. It's more like this.
Yeah. And so many people don't expect it either because, like, you look so normal. Like, thanks. That's how I get them. That's how I get them. When you, I look normal. That's how you get them.
You're like the catfish of people.
Yeah. But it's like, how much better has your life been since I've been in it? Like, let's be honest here. Let's be real.
Oof. I mean, I guess I've done a podcast with you. We played sports together. I mean, I guess you've wingmanned me.
I have.
And for those that I know, no one can see what's happening right now, but Kristi's putting on a bow tie. Which is found, and it's got the thickness of her husband's neck, and yes, I know the thickness of her husband's neck.
I saw it. I'm like, I want to feel real fancy right now.
I gotta say, it works. It actually really works. This bow tie looks hilarious. Well, and when we end up getting video, I think you gotta wear a bow tie with an outfit that doesn't match a bow tie.
I'm so wearing the bow tie from now on. I feel so fancy. It keeps falling off though because it's way too big.
Okay, on the topic of friendship. It's funny how you adorable. That was Kristi put it in her hair. There you go. Actually, that looks.
Now I
looks
really
good.
do like. Where's my mummy?
I look like a child.
I don't know where my money is, mister. Can you help me?
It's I think on the topic of friendship, I think people go, oh, you're much meaner than I thought you were when people get to know me, because I'm pretty mean. I'm a pretty mean person.
But what I like about it is it's no bullshit. Like, you just say it how it is. There's way too much bullshit in this world.
Oh my god, tell me about it. It's just like, hello, I'm like, oh, yes, I'm funny. Yes, I'm and then behind the back, it's like, this fucking piece of shit. See, I'm going to call you a piece of shit. Or I'm going to be like, oh, I don't like you.
Yeah. See, I won't go that far. Not unless you've done something to offend me. If you've offended me, then I'll tell you I don't like you. But, yeah. I'm not one to judge a book by its cover. Except an actual book. Like, if I pick up an actual book and I do not like the artwork on the front, I wouldn't even pick it up. But when it comes to people, I have a different philosophy. I will not judge you until I get to know you.
I'm pretty judgy.
You are. You're super
I am a judgy person. I'm super judgy. It's like, but anyone who says they don't judge, full of shit.
Lying.
You're full of shit.
Yeah, you're lying. 100%.
Like
100%.
everyone makes a judgment call. You can be like,
even Mother
yeah,
Teresa judged people. Like, no one's a saint.
Yeah. Look at this little child, little shit. I don't want to touch you. Sorry.
Well, she probably wasn't that bad, but
Could you imagine? It's just like Mother Teresa say, you are a naughty child. I feel this. And you're like, okay, cool. Thanks, Mother Teresa. Sorry, Mother Teresa.
Sorry.
You're a cool person. If anyone out there knows... Oh, nope, she's dead. Sorry.
Really? You didn't know that? Wow.
I forgot for a hot minute.
Wow.
Yeah, just like Diana.
Oh,
Damn,
yeah.
I'm become like, you wouldn't have heard this, but I've been coming up with some bad jokes today. Like, not bad, like just edgy, bad jokes. Just bad.
And on that bad joke note.
Nah, fuck you. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna run this into the goddamn ground.
No, we won't have any listeners left. You'll ruin us.
You're
going to ruin us.
We all love you. Okay, look, I'm gonna stop this rant on past memorable figures who have passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what? They've already got it tough as it is. You know.
Or I can just go back to talking about musicals again.
It's interesting. So with musicals, I kind of get what you mean.
Do you though?
I do enjoy a good musical because it's fun. I really did like La La Land. I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy the movie.
Well, that's why it won.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, but it didn't win.
It didn't win the best picture. No, but it did win a lot of Oscars.
That was so awkward.
Oh my god, so awkward. Okay, for those who don't know.
Oh wait.
Yeah, for those who don't know, when was it? 2019. Oscar 2018.
It was like 16.
No, it wasn't that long ago.
It was a while ago.
No, Google it. Well, I tell a story. You Google it.
Ago.
So, for those who don't watch the Oscars, I do. I absolutely love the Oscars.
2016 film. So
no.
Oh my god.
Was it really that long ago?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, so at the end of the Oscars, the very last award they give out is Best Motion Picture of the Year. And they read out La La Land and then made a massive mistake because La La Land did not win. It was Moonlight. Was it Moonlight that won?
It was Moonlight, yeah.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched that. I want to watch that.
I haven't watched it either. But it was a massive thing because all the people from La La Land had started to get up. And then they're like, so La La Land didn't win. It was actually Moonlight. It was, yeah. That's a big no-no when it comes to award shows. You don't call out the wrong name.
You don't call out the wrong person.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so simple. It's so simple.
You just read off the card. It's not that hard.
It's not hard. It's, oh my god. You know what? It's funny because it feels like a dream moment because it didn't seem real, but it's, you know, that funny,
it was
weird,
so
like,
real. I remember watching
it. Uncanny Valley element of it all, where you're just like, is this real? Like, this doesn't feel real. Am I dreaming? This doesn't make any sense, you know?
I remember, where was I? It was 2016. I think I was working at Channel 9. And I remember we were all sitting there and we just all had our hands on our mouths with our jaws to the floor, looking at it and going, what the actual fuck just happened?
I was still at uni. Yeah, I was still at uni at the time.
Hey.
Yeah, because I at the end of my first degree, I was like, I want to do something else, so I tacked on a couple more years. So I was a bit older going into my second degree. It's my second double degree.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty freaking smart. But speaking on dreams, I don't know if it's a dream or a nightmare. But Squid Games Season 2 has been announced that it's in the works.
Yes. So I have heard, this is just what I've heard, okay? I didn't say it. I didn't come up with this. I've read it. And everything on the internet is true. So we're going off that.
Of course.
So apparently it's going to be the main character, the guy who dyed his hair red in the end. Spoiler alert, if you still haven't watched it. You know what? If you haven't watched it yet...
Oh my god, I can't watch this now. He changes his hair.
If you haven't watched Squid Game yet, then stop right now and go and watch it. But anyway, the main character is not going to be in season 2. It's going to be more about the cop and his brother and that relationship and how the police are not corrupted but don't respond to... calls
Justice
and
for the rich.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
it's going to be more I'm just going to say it's going to be more about the corruption of the police, because obviously these Squid Games are happening and they've been happening for years and no one's done anything about it. And the first cop to actually find out gets shot. We don't know what happens to him at the end. We don't know if he dies because he kind of just falls off a cliff and...
He ain't dead. That's my money. Put my money here now. Put him a line to the sand.
I don't think he's dead either. So apparently that's what the second season's going to be about. So first season the plot was Squid Game. That was plot A, and plot B was the cop. Whereas I think this time it's going to be swapped around. So plot A will be the cop and his relationship with his brother and the police force, and plot B will be the Squid Games.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm fine with that because it's... I don't know if it's going to be any good or not. I think it might. I feel like it will be. I'm just worried.
I think it'll work because you can't just do another season of another set of Squid, like the whole thing just being about Squid Game. It needs to be
complete.
Yes.
Complete different.
So I think that's why it'll work.
Yeah, and the beeline... I think having the Squid Games as the beeline would work really well because I feel like the intrigue, the police intrigue, the behind-the-scenes stuff, I actually I found more interesting.
Yeah.
But then the Squid Games was more compelling because of obviously the human element.
Yes.
So, and if you guys haven't watched, we do have an episode where I share my Squid Games inspired dream.
You did.
I think it is. Let me see what episode it is. You know, it's episode 14. If you want to listen to episode 14, Squid Game, you should listen to it for preparation for the next season, which will probably not come out for a long time.
No, I'm happy if it takes a while because I want them to really sit down and think about it and work on it and make sure it is 100% ready for production. I want them to take their time with this.
There's nothing worse than when they do the back-to-back shit where it doesn't feel like they're putting in the effort. They're just trying to churn it out. And
Game of Thrones.
Oh my god. Game of Thrones. Okay, now we're still on the topic of TV. You know what? This is a very TV-inspired episode. I love this. So, Game of Thrones Prequel series. Are you going to watch it?
Yes.
What's it called?
A House of Dragons?
It's House of Dragons, yeah. So it's... have you seen any promo stuff for it?
Yes. They put out a teaser.
I didn't realise that Hemsworth was in it.
Which one?
See,
the one that no one knows about? Obviously it's not Liam or Chris. What's
I think it is like a proper one. It's like
no.
Thor, I think.
No, he's not in House of Dragons.
No, he's in Stark.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Sequel. Wait. Oh no, he's not. He's a Lannister.
Is he playing a Lannister?
That's not it. No, that's not. Portrayed by Chris Hemsworth. Yeah, he's in it. Yeah, he's going to be in it.
I don't know how I feel about that. The thing that I really liked about Game of Thrones is all the actors, well, most of them, were fresh on the scene.
No names.
Yeah.
Yep, agreed. I think, and that's why I like Squid Games, because you're not stuck by, because you get used to a character, you get used to how they're played, you get used to an actor's nuance and all that crap. It doesn't work if you know the actor.
Like every time,
there's still good stuff.
Yeah.
But
every time I see Chris Hemsworth, I just think Thor. I can't get past Thor.
What has he been in?
Oh, he's been
good.
Oh, he was actually in a really good Netflix movie.
That's not Thor.
Extraction was a Netflix movie that came out last year. That was really good.
Dude, I tried to watch that.
I liked it.
The action was cool.
Mm.
Acting, it was a spectacle. It was like one of my dreams. Great budget, great action. I mean, the dude killed someone with a spoiler alert broom or something. Like, that was a cool. Like, there was cool fight scenes in it.
Yeah.
But like, in terms of range, it just seems like he's like a bloody like a Gerard Butler. You know. And then when he's getting to the back end of his career, he'll just start doing rom-coms.
I was about to say, I would love to see him in a rom-com.
I think he's got the energy for it.
Yeah.
You know, he's got that like...
Because he was in that Ghostbusters...
like that nice bear feeling.
Yeah, he was in that Ghostbusters reboot with all the women. And you know what? I am all for women, you know, leading a movie, but it was shit. It was, I couldn't watch
opportunity, especially when it comes to bad movies.
I couldn't watch it. Movie. I absolutely couldn't.
What a hot take.
I couldn't finish it. Like, you don't reboot a classic movie like Ghostbusters. You just don't.
I think you can.
No.
And I think it...
Nah.
Okay. Look, this looks like it's going to be a bigger topic. Holy shit. So, no. Yeah, no, I'll save that for later. We'll save that for later. So there's projects. In the meantime, if you're enjoying our podcast, just keep an eye out. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Just keep an eye out. On that whispery note, I'd like to say thank you so much for listening. If indeed you still are, I've been Nick with Kristi. Winter is coming.